Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Michael Luke. All right, now everybody go to Little Caesars. AZ12 podcast presented by Little Caesars. Code 15OFF20. 15% off any $20 or more purchase. Code LCFREECC. All right, check it out. We're going to have a really good deal coming up. I real-time Little Caesars yesterday. It was good. All right, now. Shear's going to be joining us in a few minutes. Hard to believe, but he's just waking up. So, yeah, he will. I don't know how people sleep in till like 10:30, but whatever. Okay. So anyways, the weather, everybody's talking about the weather against BYU, and it is definitely going to, I would assume it's going to rain. I don't think it's going to rain. I don't think it's going to be raining, probably not until Tuesday, like they said. But at the same time, it's going to be raining pretty hard. And I'm going to say this. I still think that favors Arizona because I will always take rain when it comes to a team that is probably not as good as maybe the other team. I do think Arizona is going to win. More importantly, Mike, if you got your sandbags, I got everything. I got everything ready to go, and I'm very excited about it. All right, everybody. So let's get into this. T-Burns826 says, weather as of right now says rain will not start until 3 p.m., but it's not supposed to be heavy. For Saturday? Interesting. I will take that then because we're still supposed to get like 6 inches of rain or something this weekend. Maybe they can just push it off until Sunday. We shall see. But Arizona, BYU, this is going to be an interesting one for a variety of different reasons. First, I think Arizona's going to win this game. Second of all, I don't think that this is going to be a game where BYU just beats the brakes out of Arizona. Those are the kind of ones that I'm always a little bit worried about. And I think that one time I'm going to be like, all right, not too worried about that one because BYU, they're very good at what they do. They're very good, but they're not overwhelming. That said, I could say at this point, though, that Arizona is going to be Arizona's going to be a team that I think is going to have a little bit to say about this. Okay, now, T-Burns826 says, heavy rain is supposed to come in on Sunday. Phoenix is going to get pounded. Good, as long as we don't. Now, Dick Wilson says, rain doesn't scare Arizona. We have Noah. This is very, very true here. So there is, like I said, there's that. Now, the key to this game, and we were talking about it before, you got to run the ball. You got to be able to run the ball. I think that, if you got 5 or listen, this is the game that you got Ishmael Mahdi for. And joking aside about all at the offensive line position, they've been really, really good as far as run blocking. Now Shear's just waking up, so he's going to be here in just a second, Nick. But this is going to be a Noah's Ark game as well. Noah's got to be smart with the football, but that also comes to you got to have a running game. I'm going to say this, that when you look at Bounds, when you look at Buchanan, when you look at Deuce, when you look at DeCambra, when you look at, I guess Chuba or whoever you want to put in there, this is a game that they're going to have to win. Now, they haven't necessarily been the greatest passing team in the world, so Noah's going to have to make some plays. But that's also, too, where I think that you get the short hitches going. You get a bunch of stuff going on where they get the ball out quickly. All right, look who's just waking up right here. Hello, Shear. How are you doing? Sleepy.
I'm big on BYU radio and TV. I'm in these streets.
Yeah, all right.
In these streets, people know.
Yeah. All right. Now, we're talking about keys to victory for Arizona. TJ Van Martyr, is Risano actually healthy? No, he's not. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I mean, I don't know if he's 100%. He's not 100% healthy, but he might be like 80 this week. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But either way, this is going to be something where I think you're going to see Ishmael Mahdi get the overwhelming majority of the carries because, quite frankly, he deserves the overwhelming majority of the carries either way because of how he's run this year.
Yeah. I mean, I like Risano, obviously. Who doesn't like Risano? But at the same time, Mahdi deserves the carries. He's done enough.
Yeah, AZ Wildcat fan. That'd be news to the Arizona staff. They want to be able to run the ball in this game. That's going to be their priority going into this one. I can assure you of that.
It's always their priority. It really is. It depends on the opposing defense, but their priority is to always run the ball.
And when you look at what Seth Gagey did last year, and especially at Marshall, that was a situation as well where they ran the ball and they ran the ball heavy. Now, listen, Five of a Kind Media says, Hold on a second. I was laughing at some BYU fans thinking they're coming to a hot, dry desert on Saturday. Yeah, they're not coming to a hot, dry desert. They're going to find that. You know what's funny? All these people that always think like Tucson is literally just a bunch of cactuses.
Yeah, someone asked me yesterday on a BYU show, like they made fun of, like, do you even have an umbrella? I'm like, yeah, dude, in the summer, it's insane. Like, what do you?
It's like telling a BYU fan, have you ever seen the sun? Like, I don't know. It's odd to me.
I will say this, Mike, on that note, and I had heard rumors of this Spears tweet out as well. There's a chance they move this game tomorrow.
Really?
Or Saturday. Yeah. So basically, if the model shows that it's supposed to be ridiculous at 5:00, they're meeting tomorrow. There's a chance they move this game up.
They moved it tomorrow?
No. So instead of like a 5:00 kickoff, it would be like a noon kickoff.
Oh, okay. No, I'm fine with that one. Either way, will you be up by then?
Oh, come on.
That's going to be tough for you, man.
Look at me. I'm big time. I got another. BYU fans love me.
You're going to have to set your alarm for 11 a.m.
Another one, 5:00. I'm on KSL Sports Zone in Utah. BYU fans love Arizona.
Yeah, no, I like BYU fans as well. I would take this one. If they moved it up to noon, I would take it.
You'd be up by noon. I mean, you didn't even go to last game.
I'm up by like 5:45, dude.
You missed last game because you slept in.
No, I didn't. I was tweeting the whole time. Nice try.
You texted me like, "Sheer, I'm still in bed. Should I even go to this game?"
Yeah, no, it's funny. Dennis Walsh says, "Will you be up by then?" Ghost face emoji, ghost face killer emoji. Yeah, no, I would assume they'd have to decide by tomorrow. There's got to be Mr. Tyler Warden.
Even if they're wrong, they still have to decide.
Right. All right. So Mr. Tyler Warden says, what is the drop dead time for making that choice?
It has to be tomorrow. So I don't know.
I would imagine it's got to be at a certain time tomorrow. No.
I would assume. Yeah.
All right. Now I like what Eric Brotherton's saying. Ishmael Mahdi, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. We are going to, talk about
probably.
What's that in the first half? Yeah. If Ishmael Mahdi does that, then Arizona is going to be in very, very good shape. You can't really predict. So, how do you think Arizona is going to be able to effectively run the ball in this game?
How do you define effective?
Like we talked about before, rush for 130 yards.
No, I don't think he'll go for 130.
Okay. Now, what I was going to say, what do you think?
I could see 15 carries, 95 yards.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yeah. 130 seems like a lot.
Right. All right. Kobe is giving us his LDS breakdown. Robert, they drink a crap ton of soda and energy drinks. They just can't drink hot drinks, so no coffee.
They so those dirty soda places?
Yeah, and it sounds terrible. Dirty soda? Oh, hello, J-Merk.
Have you heard of these places?
No, it sounds terrible.
You know the place on University, Fizz?
Yeah, Fizz. Yeah. I know. I've been there.
Soda.
That's called dirty soda? Why?
Yeah.
Why did they make it sound like you defecated into soda?
But there's so many of those by BYU, and the lines. Yeah, Swig was the one I went to after the game. You would have thought they were giving out just free money. Like the line was just ridiculous. It was like the biggest hangout. Yeah.
What Swig is it? Do they also drink scissor?
I don't think that's a good question. I'll ask.
Yeah, you should ask that on the radio.
Have you ever had scissor before?
No, I haven't. Stuff like that scares me. No thanks. I'm good. I don't want to end up looking like Lil Wayne. I'll take his bank account, but I don't want to look like him. Okay. So if that's a great question. If the game is early, though, what will that mean for TV for the TV folks?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was just talking about with the BYU folk. I don't know. My assumption would be ESPN News or just ESPN Plus.
All right. Well, either way. Yeah, you should just go to the game and be up in the press box like me. All right. Now, J-Merk says, don't hold on. What did he say? It was something about hold on. It was something.
They complain a lot. It was saying the
BYU fans complain a lot. All I'm going to say is this. I'll take BYU fan every day of the week over Utah fan. They're the most Utah fans.
I was laughing. Look, I understand Utah is good, blah, 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 blah. But Utah what's funny is when you look in the conference, Utah has no right to talk crap about Arizona.
Well, did you see the guy that tweeted at me about it?
Saying. Yeah, that's why I brought that up. Utah owns Arizona as of late. You can't talk trash to us. We own you.
Yeah, Arizona owns Utah. Exactly. We literally own the state of Utah. Dude, and here's the other thing, too. They're 3-8 since joining the Big 12. You don't get to talk, dude.
Yeah, know your rule. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you just shut your mouth, dude, and get out of the way. I don't think that he knew that, though. I honestly don't think that he knew. No chance whatsoever. Okay. Now, Arizona has belt to butt Utah a lot recently. It's good. So, all right. I do like Utah fans thinking they're going to move on to the Big 10. Okay, no. I don't know where you got that. So, all right. Anyways, got to run the ball. That's a big part. All right, now we're going to talk. We're also going to talk a lot of hoops on this show. But now
we're giving away tickets. Just a reminder, we're giving away 3 more tickets today.
We are giving away tickets. Now, a question. Now, my guy Jay Merck is very upset about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt and about how he's what he's doing here for it. Could Ishmael Mahdi be the next one in a long line of prestigious Arizona running backs to star in the NFL early on in their career?
I don't see why not. Why not?
I mean, this is his stage game. This is the game that he can really show.
Yeah. This is everyone's stage game. Would you agree with me? I mean, you always agree with me because I'm very smart. This is the biggest game of the Brent Brennan era.
Yeah, it is. I thought Iowa State was the biggest game of the Brent Brennan era, and then they got their butts kicked. We did break Iowa State, but what does that really mean? I will say this. I think if you look, here's where I'm at with this. If you lose by 500 points against BYU, everybody's like, all right, dude, whatever. I don't care that you beat Weber State and NAU and all those teams. That's kind of but if you win, I think that people will, I think people might really start to maybe get, because the city, let's be honest here, the city's still very much out on Brent Brennan. But if they win this game, I think you start to look at it and maybe people start looking at it from a little bit different perspective because you'd be 5-1 in that point. This would be a solid win. Something that has Arizona had a solid win under Brent Brennan?
I mean, we thought it was Utah.
Yeah, but they sucked. They were worse than us.
So no.
I don't think that Arizona has had a solid win.
This to me is because everyone wants to say that Arizona's improved. I want to say Arizona's improved. You want to say Arizona's improved. They look improved. But if they go out and get their butt kicked this weekend, are they improved? Like,
who knows?
They would have lost. Yeah. I mean, Kansas State, I guess.
Kansas State sucks. We could be honest. Kansas State sucks.
That's Brent Brennan's best win.
Yeah, and they suck. You got to get a good win.
I'm not even saying Brent needs to win this weekend. I mean, a win obviously would be awesome. Just don't. I mean, if they get blown out, people are out again. Like they're just out. And I don't think Brent can get them back.
Yeah, I don't think they can either. Hal J, you're my guy, but no, K-State wasn't a solid win.
It was a solid win. It was a solid win. It wasn't a great win, but it was better than what they had last year at any point. Kansas State is Brent Brennan's best win at Arizona.
And what's Kansas State's record this year? Because keep in mind, Kansas State lost to Army, and they went into overtime against North Dakota State.
Attack our soldiers.
Yeah, no, again, I was going to say back the troops.
They're 2-4, but listen,
they're 2-4. They suck.
I know they suck, but what I'm saying is that's Brent Brennan's best win.
And that's a problem.
And that's Hawaii. You think Hawaii is better than Kansas State?
I think Kansas State's better, but still. All right. But
that's road is probably, even though Utah sucks, Utah on the road is probably the best win.
Yeah, I'd still say it's Utah. Kobe actually makes a good point there. Kobe also makes another good point. Man, he's made 2 good points out of 150 bad points. Kobe says that he wants Arizona to look like they belong. Yes, look like you belong. I don't believe, and I disagree a little bit here. I know that what people are saying behind the scenes. In the Iowa State game, I don't think that this was a situation where, a couple plays here and everything's different. I don't think that at all. That first quarter.
You be on the phone about this.
No, I'm saying in that first quarter set the tone for the game. We could talk about the rest of the game. But, man, in that first quarter, Arizona looked like they were playing they looked like they were playing a team. They looked like they were playing what ASU thinks their program is, like a dominant program that is always good. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
The
butts kicked. I mean, and I know the coaching staff feels it was just a couple plays, a couple steps, a couple hands up to block passes, whatever. To me, this weekend says everything.
I agree. And again, the great Dennis Walsh puts it pretty well. He says, I just want a competitive look. If it's a loss, make it competitive. Make it look like we are growing and going in the right direction.
Yeah, I think if Arizona loses Saturday, like 24-21, I think Arizona fans could live with that.
I can live with that.
If it's 49-21, yeah,
I can't live with that. Yeah, but I will say this. Now, Mr. Tyler Warden, the great Tyler Warden, is disagreeing with me, and I don't want to do anything to get him mad because he is our coach in waiting, and he's going to be bringing players with us. He's going to be funneling the entire Valley, I think, to AZ-12 prep. I mean, that's at least the plan, right?
I would assume.
Okay. Mike, I think you're wrong. It was a couple plays here and there, and you're competitive, not getting clapped. It was like 6 or 7 plays, though. That's a lot.
It really wasn't. Like, they scored on a halfback trick play, right?
There's one.
Which I know you want to be right. Aiden Garnes got beat on that first play where they went to the 1 or whatever it was, but he was really barely a step behind them.
The special team. How about the special teams early on?
We don't talk about special teams.
The special teams had like 3 different plays. Noah had 2 awful picks. I get what you're saying too.
Arizona wasn't going to win that game, but I think it's like 2 plays away from being a 10-point game as opposed to a 30-point game.
Oh, by the way, look at Stutjo. Look at this. He's got porn as his. Stutjo has porn as his profile picture. Okay, he has a picture of me and Shears. I like this. Stutjo.
By the way, is Tyler Warden coming on today?
Oh, hey, Tyler Warden, we need you to hop on at 11:15. Sorry. Also, he's doing the post game with me. I'm just going to literally just let him speak. Tyler Warden, hop on at 11:15, please. Okay.
Yeah, we got to talk about the big injury too.
All right, yeah, we will. All right, Stutjo, what rank do you give Brennan from 1 to 10 so far for his for the totality of 3.5?
I was gonna say a 3. Like he
has 3.5. I can't go any higher than that.
Good. They were disappointing last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jay Merck saying a 5. Get out of here.
Like a 10 out of 10. Extend him.
I do like ASU fans that keep saying they're like, man, listen, you guys have been looking for the one that you want here long term. You found him. Buzz off.
You guys have wanted the coach that won't leave. Here he is. Now I will say this, Mike. I read another. This is good. I'm going to shout out On 3 again. So On 3 does their coaching carousel. Pete Nakos, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, you're going to like this. A name is emerging in the UCLA coaching search. Jed Fish has been coming up a lot lately.
Oh, weird.
Who said that?
Yeah, weird.
Other names to keep an eye on. There were like 3 of them, and one of them is Brennan. But I'm more interested in the.
If Jed, we will listen. We're very immature on this show, and we don't spike. We don't spike the football ever. But this would be one that we would spike the heck out of that football on with UCLA. Oh my gosh!
Because Wasserman is his agent. Wasserman is UCLA's biggest. This isn't hard to figure out.
I hate that Wasserman guy. That guy sucks.
It'll save his marriage. This isn't hard to figure out. He would agree to a buyout.
Right now.
Yeah, come on now.
BCat says Jed should go to Florida. He ain't getting that job. Well, respectfully, we got to keep telling you people he's not getting that job.
Nothing. I don't know what happened, but something absolutely happened.
All right, let's talk injuries here. Also, Cody, can you DM Mr. Tyler Warden the links? I like how we're going to have to just put Tyler Warden on payroll. Okay, now, but let's get a couple reads in here first. Couple reads, and then we're going to talk about some bad news for Arizona.
On payroll.
Yeah, I am.
I do this for love.
I was going to say, I'll remember that. Let's see here. Okay, now, 88 crime. Now, if you see somebody going around and you might be thinking to yourself, you're like, they just look like a shady person. And here's the deal. 882-7463. If you see a crime going on and you're like, you know what? I don't want that crime to not on my watch, but I also don't want to get my hands dirty. 88 Crime says, we are here for you. It's anonymous. Pima County Attorney's Office, 88crime.org. Check it out. Kobe L. Thiel got rear-ended in his car in the parking lot, or in the
Ben One White style.
Yeah, not Ben One White style.
Oh, yeah,
but he got his car rammed into, and I think the person drove off. Kobe should call 88 Crime on that. Check it out.
I tried to convince him. He goes, "What's the difference between that and 911?"
Right. I don't really know. Yeah. Okay. Now. Green Valley Decorative Rock. All right, now Green Valley Decorative Rock. 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, my friends. 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials. Serving residents and contractors. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Now, if you're Kobe L. Thiel and you're running around in that beat-up Challenger with like 500,000 miles and no AC on it, well, now that you got rear-ended, not Ben One White style, I don't know how you're going to get that. But at the same time, though, somebody else out there should make it happen as well. Check it out, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. Welcome to the Rock. All right, now. Something serious for on this show. The Family Food Project. Yummy, yummy. Well, look, all right, we decided that she's making a fajita, correct, in this picture?
Yep, vaginas.
Yeah, it looks very, very good. Okay, now, The Tucson Family Food Project.org, Direct Aid Plus, life skills development, cooking, nutrition, education. This is something that Glenn could have used for basically his entire life, and he didn't. They give you the education skills needed to succeed. Currently, 255 meal kits per week. 2026 goal is 1,000 meal kits per week. Donations made with AZ12 comment will be matched, cumulative up to $10,000. Everybody get in there, check it out. And again, this is for a very, very good cause. Boom, check it out. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Kobe L. Thiel probably doesn't want to call 88 crime and remain anonymous because that is his vehicle.
I don't know, though. Kobe doesn't like confrontation, so it could be worth it.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know about
Bill.
that.
Do you see Bill just named NFL Rookie of the Week?
No, I didn't. But let's run with that.
Rough day. Rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say a rough day for J-Merc, man. All right, so now let's get back to a little bit of these keys. Arizona legend. Yes, it's very, very good. Okay, now let's get to Noah. Noah statistically is having a very nice season. We talked about it before. The problem, though, is now you've got to be able to win. You got to be able to win a game and play really well in that game. This is the game for Noah. Again, I don't need like 9 million yards from Noah, but I need Noah to play well in this game.
Yeah, I don't see how Arizona wins if Noah doesn't play well. No pressure.
Yeah,
So, how do they win?
Right. Noah's got to play well. I mean, period.
Again, like you said, I don't need 400 yards. When I say play well, I mean 202 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's the big thing, the no turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over.
Can't turn the ball over. Yeah. So, and everybody in the comments, I don't see Dilly leaving. I still think that, if he leaves, it's to the Cardinals. That's what we need to have happen. We need the Cardinals too.
And then we need ASU to hire like some random dude.
Joseph says, Mike, are you still bitter with me? Yes, because you keep promising real times at Paul and you're not doing it. So, again, I'm very upset about that.
We're bitter with all liars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be a liar. Yes, liar, pants on fire. Okay, Urbino Zokine. Oh, that's a great name. 60% completion percentage, 200 yards, no turnovers. I'll take that.
Who cares? Is Urbino Zokine a real name?
I don't know. I hope that's a real name. What is that, Indian?
I don't know.
What kind of ethnicity is Urbino Zokine? That's a great name.
Oh, you know what? You know what it is? Now that I think about it, it's a video game character. Cody, isn't that a video game character? Cody's good.
Yeah, it's a video game character. Yeah, I know. All right, Urbino Zokine. Either way, I like that. All right, now, TJ Van Martyr says, can we talk about Cole as being graded as one of the top corners in the MNCAA at that cornerback position? I'm going to say
your boy's at PFF.
All right, so why is Arizona choosing to have games where they don't play him?
They didn't choose. He was injured, but available. The availability report, if people haven't figured it out, is not an injury report. It is an availability report. So let's say Javion Cole had a pulled hamstring that game, but he traveled and dressed and had Aiden Garnes, Michael Dansby, and MGK gotten hurt. They would have had to put Cole in there with a 70% hamstring. He could have gone in. He's available.
I still would have got in. Hey, what's the guy's name? Pete Thakos? Is that his name?
Pete Nakos.
How do you spell that?
You want me just link you the thing?
N-A-K-O. Yeah, I'll never find it.
I mean, the time you find it, it'll be.
All right, yeah, no, here, yeah, I already found it. Okay, cool. All right, let's see here. All right, now going on, it's just about Bill Belichick stuff. I already called that one. All right, just send me that tweet. I want to have fun with it later. Okay, now, we have talked about the game getting moved up, Sean, so there's obviously that. Now, let's talk a little bit, though, about Noah. Does Noah there's going to come times, though, when Noah's going to have to make plays. And I think that in a game like this is going to be an opportunity for him to be able to make some plays here. Again, hopefully it's not raining, but I would very much, like I said, but I can't have turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers is a big thing to me. I don't need him to go out and be a dominant 5 touchdown. I mean, I'd love for it to happen, but just no turnovers because against BYU, that's going to cost Arizona heavily.
Right.
I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited about this game.
Yeah, no, I'm getting super excited. I'm getting super excited as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about it then. Obviously, Noah. All right, Sam Olson, we're riding this one. Him and Cam Barmore. I think we're riding this one till the wheels fall off.
Ben One White style.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at right here.
Yeah, you just got to ride them. And look, I think there may be some surprises at the position this weekend. I'm not going into details. But I think that Arizona is prepared. Whether or not that shows on the field, I don't know.
Yeah. Now, Daggy, let's see here. Eric Brotherston says Daggy is going to be getting his bag this game. I would very, very much agree. I would. Yes, I think that this is the kind of game where you need Noah to play well, and that's going to be on Daggy.
Very curious about the gameplay of this game. Very curious. And I really want Brennan to be aggressive too.
All right. I can't have this, and Kobe always messages us because he's a believer in punting and field position. I'm not in college. I think it's
Kobe once said, quote, David Shaw is who I want to be.
Yeah, I don't want any of that. If you have 4th and short on the other teams in the other team's territory, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And again, the same thing and especially too with our punter, he always kicks it into the end zone anyways. So if you kick it from the 38 and you kick it into the end zone, you get 13 yards out of it. Cool.
Yeah, I'm always if you're on the 45. Now, if it's a tie game and it's like 4th and 6. I'm talking like, let's just make up a scenario. 4th and 3 on the opposing like 45. I'm going for that every time.
Every single time. And if you don't go for it, you're playing to lose.
Yep.
And I am a big subscriber to the theory that if you don't, if he goes,
Brogan just texts. If Brent Brennan, whether people want to admit it or not, because Brogan texts us making fun of it. If Brent Brennan goes for 8 wins this year, he's absolutely a candidate at UCLA.
Well, you know what? I don't.
He absolutely is. Now, do I think they hire him? No, but he is. He's an alum.
Would that be hysterical if they chose Brent Brennan over Jed Fish?
Money.
I'm just saying. Okay, but we need to be more aggressive. All right, we got to talk about Trey Smith here in just a second. Let's get a couple more reads in here. We're going to talk
now
about
Kobe's changed his mind already.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, we need to be more aggressive.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Whatever, Kobe.
Yeah. All right.
Piece of crap.
All right, Cody, are you there?
I don't think he is here.
Yeah, he's there, I think.
Oh, he just ignored me.
All right, Copal.
Mr. Bino Zokeen from a video game?
Not that I know of.
All right, well, either way, I don't know where it's from. Copal, though. I know where Copal is. Mention Mike Luke for a free Eliote rib. Is that how it's pronounced? Eliote?
That sounds Jewish. What do you like Hebrew? Eliote. Yeah. It's elote.
Elote. Eliote. Yeah, there's no I in there.
Elote.
Elote rib with any entree purchase. Mexican food delivered nationwide at mymexicanmenu.com. Use code AZ12 for 10% off your order. Book your next large party or corporate event with Copal. Large party packages available. We also cater any event. Check it out. It's very, very good. And again, like I said, we're going to be having a party there. Now, I will say this. Joseph said 1,000,000 times it's going to show up there. He hasn't. I'm mad. We are fighting. So Tucson Contemporary Mexican Food, copaltucson.com, Tucson's tastiest margaritas. Okay. All right, Jesse's Tattoo Shop. All right, we've got a lot going on with Jesse's Tattoo Shop. First, it's off of Golf Links in Pantano. It's a sober shop. Wear a tattoo that speaks your story. They're always in there. And again, the cool thing about it is it's a massive, massive shop. They do great work. And you go in there and you can tell that, they know what they're doing and they take a lot of pride in what they are doing. Now, they're also part of the community as well. They got a lot of stuff going on here. Cody, let's see what we got going on here. First of all, the Tucson Tattoo Expo, Tucson, Arizona, October 24th, 25, and 26. Top artists from all over the nation, live performances, vendors, food, drinks, and much more. $20 a day, really good deal. $40 3-day pass, Inksters Tattoo Expo.com, 915-319-2942, Tucson Expo Center. Sure, you said you're going. You might go that, right?
I might stop by at those. Those things are pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very cool. Now, they've also got the genuine number 9 car show. Very, very cool. Sunday, November 10th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And again, watch Jesse's page for the surprise raffle. And they have a mechanical bull on there. Can you beat Jen? We will find out. Check it out. Jesse's Tattoos. I'm very happy to have them on board. All right. Okay, now one more. All right. Foster's Plumbing. Back the pipe. Now, here's the thing. You might be saying to yourself, Mike, I wish that my plumbing worked, but it doesn't. And I don't know where to go. Foster Plumbing, 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817 to schedule service today. Gas, water, sewer repairs, sewer inspections, drain cleaning, water heaters, all of that. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Quality work at a fair price. Again, check it out. You will thank me later. And again, 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Okay, now, All right, let's get back to it. Trey Smith. So what's going on with Trey Smith?
We're going to find out here at the presser. So he was out. He's listed as out on the availability report. I kind of started doing some digging, and the answer I got was Brent is going to address it on Thursday's presser. You don't address minor injuries. I believe that Trey Smith is out for an extended period of time.
Does he have a redshirt year available to him?
Yes, he does have the medical redshirt.
Okay, so he could come back then.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in too many guys. They'd be able to get.
I believe he still has his medical redshirt. So the vibe I get, and don't hold me to this, I don't care. But I think he's out for the year.
Okay, now what does that mean then for other people? Obviously, you got Malachi Bailey. Need him to keep going. Riley Wilson. We need Riley Wilson on the field.
I like Trey a lot. Trey has not had a very good season so far, as we talked about on the show the other day. My guess is more Bailey, more Lalesio, and then just more of Riley or Kennedy on the edge.
Here's where I'm at with Trey Smith. Trey Smith's a solid football player, but, he was okay last year. Wasn't great. He was okay. This year, meh.
I think he's replaceable. I don't think he's elite. I think he's a good player, but I think that it would have felt like a bigger loss in the offseason when we didn't know much about Malachi Bailey or Riley Wilson, etc.
Yeah. So, that you got it. And plus, the defense has been shown that it's able to actually go ahead and get some, be able to get some pass rush. So that, we shall see. And then on the interior, how do you think this defensive line is going to fare against BYU? What do you say?
We're going to find out because they're going to want to run the ball. They run the ball. I think they average 234 rushing yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
LJ Martin is a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think they're going to stop the run. Look, if they stop BYU's run, they blew them out.
Right.
But I will say, it's not like I'm more worried about Bear Bachmeier's running than I am.
Yeah, I am too. Let's talk about it.
Martin's a good running back, but Bear's one that is going. When LJ Martin's going to get the ball, Bear Bachmeier's running kind of bothers me.
The most annoying thing about last year was when Arizona would do a really good job stopping the pass, and then they just wouldn't contain the edges, and then there goes Avery Johnson down the field for another 50-yard run. I don't want to have that happen. You got to be able to make Bachmeier beat you through the air. If that's happened, so be it.
Similar to what they did with Avery Johnson.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Avery Johnson's got to, you got to make him throw. Bear Bachmeier is intriguing to me because I think he's really good. But I don't think he hasn't seen this situation yet.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been to Arizona Stadium.
Well, it's not just that. He went to Colorado, but Colorado is so bland with what they call defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
Danny Gonzalez is anything but bland. I just think Danny's going to throw some weird crap at Bear, and Bear's going to have to address it. He hasn't turned the ball over yet all season. I'm going on record, Mike. Bear Bachmeier turns the ball over on Saturday.
Wait a second here. So if we tackle him, is it bear down? All right, we're signing off. I'm just kidding. All right, TJ Van Martyr said, "Who's a better runner?" Yeah, who's a better runner, Noah or Bear? Bear. Yeah.
Easily.
Has Bear ever played in a half empty stadium? It's a different environment.
Has Bear ever played in Arizona Stadium during a monsoon?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. Has he ever played at ASU where the coach is having to give out tickets before the game, even though they're ranked? I can play that one. All right. So now special teams. I have like I said, I have really not a lot of faith in the now that you got Wysong back there. I feel a lot better about that. But at the same time, though, I don't have a lot of faith in it. I'm aggressive in this game. I'm not looking to settle for field goals that I don't think are going to go in.
Well, we were talking about injuries, Mike. Jeremiah Patterson is still questionable.
Right.
That's a big hit for the special teams morale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have no
faith. But again, that's strictly on the sideline, though.
I can't wait for Michael Salgado to miss a 14-yard field goal and then make one from 64.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to sound like I'm continuously beating up the kid, but that field goal doesn't mean anything to me because there was no pressure on it. It's when there's pressure on it and you're missing it by 15 yards to the right. I don't like that.
I don't like his whole his whole body language. It doesn't exude and I know Loop is obviously, we're talking amazing kicker and all that, but whenever like Tyler Loop lined up for a kick, then in his whole like approach,
it looked like he was this thing's going in.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna nail this, whatever.
Right.
Salgado Medina has more of a, oh man, I can't believe I got to kick this time. Like he's very stiff.
There was a.
By the way, Tyler Warden, sorry that he struggles from the left hash. Tyler, that was something that happened in camp. He's horrible from the left hash. Horrible.
Right. I'm going to say this. I've never seen, and again, it was on that kick that we were up in the press box and he like missed it by like 900 yards to the left. And we didn't know if it actually went in or not, because you can't tell from where the press. But if you go back and you look at it on TV, the look on his face was like, crap, I'd rather be anywhere but here when Dirtbag's open. Like, it was
weird.
I need my field goal kicker to exude confidence, even if they don't mean it.
Yeah, I don't mind like when kickers are jerks, because part of them has to have that chip on their shoulder.
Yeah. It is what it is. I don't have a lot of faith in it. Anytime, though, that there's a questionable field goal and it's like 4th and 3, I'm going for it each time. Sorry, I'm going for it each time. Yeah. I'm going for the win. I go Madden style out here.
You don't even play Madden.
No, I used to play Madden all the time. I'm very, very good.
You used to play video games?
Yeah, Madden all the time. Yeah, I used to play Madden and Fight Night.
Oh, Fight Night was
Night was awesome, man, and it was cool too, because I would whenever I was about to get knocked out, I would just like because I'd always be Roy Jones, and I would always just start headbutting the guy, and like the blood would start flying, and I would just get a warning, but then I was good. So yeah,
that was a good game.
No, Fight Night was a really, really good one. Okay, now let's see here. Patrick Valenzuela. Let's talk about Ian Wagner being our best special teams player this year. What say you, Sheer?
He is. He's a beast.
Yeah,
he's a weapon.
He is a weapon, yes. Are we going to keep Avery Salerno out there?
I don't see why not.
Well, I can give you a reason why. I mean, I don't call me a little bit old.
I know why not, but yes, I would think so.
Yes, exactly. Now, P-Hoff, great Palmer Hoffman, over under 3 forced downs that we go for. Oh, way under.
Yeah, come on now.
P-Hoff,
I would actually set that at 0.5.
I would put it at 0.5 as well. And I get what Brennan's saying, but he's wrong. I would absolutely. There is no excuse for me to not go for the.
I think the reason we're setting it at 0.5 is because who's to say Arizona will even have 4th downs?
Right, Arizona's just going to score touchdowns. We score touchdowns.
Yeah, they might not even have a 4th down.
Yeah, we just score touchdowns. Okay, so all right. I was asked one more time to talk about the Kean Burnett situation. There's no inside information here. He's just not. I mean, He's a good kid. The family's awesome. And he's kind of soft. I don't know how else to put it. He's kind of soft. He ain't his pops, and wish him nothing but the best. There's no inside information there. He's always banged up. And they're generally they're not really bad injuries that generally.
I've said this before. There is a difference between hurt and injured.
Right.
Hurt. Everyone is hurt this time of year. Trey Smith was probably playing hurt.
Right.
And then there's injured where you just can't play. Kean, there was no line there. If he was hurt, he wasn't playing.
Right, exactly. And again, you got the sniffles, you're not playing. That's just basically what it was. The coaching staff didn't want him to leave, but
it's fine. We have Sam Wilson. I don't understand why everyone's so nervous. And by the way, look, Kean Burnett had 2 catches this year.
For sure. I'd like to see Barmore get more run in this game. I think you're going to see, and I think you're going to see that as well, Jason.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I got to show you how much my puppy grew here in a minute.
All right, let me see it. What do you got?
I'm going to tell Brielle to bring this dog in.
All right, yeah. Yosway says, what about the DL Bear? Yeah, he just got kicked off a team because he's always breaking rules.
Yeah, he just broke too many rules.
Right. Okay. Now, all right. So let's get to. I got one other thing here. The interior line here. Deshaun McKnight need another big game. When Deshaun McKnight plays well, that entire defensive line plays well.
Yeah. Good big game from him. This is a big game for the D line. Like it really is. And look, they've been awesome. Even against Iowa State, say what you want about that defense and all that. They were awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Kobe says, do we see 6 offensive lineman packages go heavy against their good defensive group? Oh my, look at this pooch we have on here. Hello there. How old again?
12. We got her at 11. How many weeks?
She's 14 weeks old.
We got her at 11 weeks, and she was 7 pounds and malnourished. She's now 18 pounds.
Oh, and she's licking your dirty beard.
Dude, she dips her paws into water when she drinks. She puts half her body into the water bowl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Water bowl
What kind of dog is it?
We don't know.
Well, we believe it or not, we got another DNA test coming.
Okay.
It's a golden. We think it's a golden terrier.
It looks like it's got golden. Yeah, I would actually say that as well. I think that. Yeah. All right. I like it. It's good. Now, all right. So, but Mr. Tyler Warden just hit the. Yeah, it's definitely a mutt. Mr. Tyler Warden just said something that you're taking an L on. Has Tia Savea even played this year?
What are you talking about? He's been awesome this year. I'm serious. He's been really good this year.
Mr. Tyler Warden disagrees with you.
Interior linemen don't put up stats. You know what I'm going to do?
Deshaun McKnight has.
You know what I'm going to do?
Huh?
I think you know. PFF. PFF.
All right, what's PFF saying about Tia Savea?
PFF is saying that Tia Savea has been Arizona's worst interior defensive lineman. I
haven't even noticed.
Still fine, but still fine. Arizona's defense is graded up pretty well. The best interior defensive lineman is obviously Deshaun McKnight.
Yeah, for sure, because he actually puts up numbers.
He's actually in Malachi. See, this is where PFF, Mike, your favorite, Malachi Bailey, best defensive end. He's going to play more this week. Deshaun McKnight, best interior. Trey Smith is rated as the 9th best defender on Arizona.
Yeah, Tia Savea hasn't done anything all year. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let's see here.
By the way, Tia Savea's numbers, he's had 12 tackles this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. You notice him all the time. So, yeah, I got to say that. Now, Ben Wysong says, Sheer thought yesterday that Ben Wysong was the father of Luke Wysong. He's wrong. It is Ben Wysong is his uncle.
I knew your head would explode when I told you that.
Ben Wysong is his uncle. Get it right, Sheer. Get it right. Okay, now, so let's discuss this a little bit. Javion Cole can't leave the field. Period. And Ben Wysong just said, who has more pressure to win this game, U of A or BYU?
Oh, U of A. Well,
I kind of think U of A, actually.
Pressure from who? Fan base, Arizona. Pressure
right.
in terms of, is this team for real? BYU.
Right. But if Arizona loses by 900 points, like we said, I don't think that Brent ever comes back from that.
The problem is if they lose this game and they get blown out, now they're going to Houston for a 9 a.m. game.
Yeah.
Their schedule's not easy. Like, the worst case scenario, as bad as this sounds, is indeed that they lose out. Do I think they're going to lose out? Absolutely not. But there is a scenario where they lose out.
Yeah, but there's also a scenario where they get a lot of wins, though, too. That's why the Big 12 is fascinating. Muehlbach was messaging, or maybe not Muehlbach, someone else. And he says, this isn't a good football conference, but he's like, man, this is entertaining. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is entertaining. It's entertaining football for sure.
Because there's no game where you go into it and you go, man, Arizona's going to get murdered. This is stupid.
Right. Yes. All right. Now, Simple Jack Enduro says, I'm not sure there will be much of a drop-off between Smith and Kennedy if Kennedy starts getting reps at the edge.
I don't think there's a huge drop-off between Bailey and Smith. Yeah, I like Trey Smith. I think he's been better than probably you do, Mike, but I don't think he's irreplaceable. Like, there's how many irreplaceable? Like, I think losing Cole would be bad. I think losing Genesis Smith would be bad.
Dalton
would be bad.
McKnight.
Sure.
McKnight would be bad, yeah.
I guess.
But those four.
Yeah.
I guess. Like, they just have another interior defensive lineman making plays. Get out of here. Okay. Now, I got a question here. For Ben Wysong, for the great Ben Wysong, since we always talk about Ben One White on this show, should we start calling him Ben One Wysong?
I feel like it's insulting to him.
Yeah, we don't want to offend Mr. Wysong. So again, we won't call him there. There'll only be Ben One White. All right. So now looking ahead a little bit, you got two games right here. Would you be fine if Arizona with BYU and Houston
splitting?
If Arizona splits, you cool?
100.
All right. So if Arizona splits that, you're 5-2 at that point, right?
Yep. I'm all in. Right.
Yeah. I would take that as well.
Because Arizona, guys.
This is Arizona.
It's a road game and a game against the top 25, and you're asking me if I would be happy with a split?
Houston's in the top 25?
No, it's a road game, and then BYU's in the top 25.
I was going to say, Houston doesn't look like a top 25 team to me. Where are we at that point then?
You think Arizona's clear? I didn't look up my Sagarin, what the spread was.
Oh, yeah, what's the Sagarin? Yeah, what's the spread? Benwin White was looking at the Sagarin spreads the other day.
So Arizona's predictor, remember this number, 71.83. You remember that?
71.8.
So on a neutral field, Houston would be favored by a point, less than a point.
Okay.
Less than a point. So Houston will probably be favored by like 1.5.
Okay. Houston's favored by 1.
62 in Sagarin, and Arizona's 65.
All right. So what does this mean?
It means that they're pretty much the same team.
Houston and Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have the resume that Arizona does as far as
Houston's 4-1. Yeah.
By the way, I like how Cody, who picks Arizona to lose every game, just messages us and says, I have BYU by 10. Duh.
Good news, folks. Arizona's winning.
Yes, exactly.
Cody, Mr.'s over 8 baseball parlay just picked Arizona to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to take those ones. Take that one to the bank.
Before the spread moves, you might want to bet it.
Yeah, not. Okay, so, all right. We're going to get our picks, obviously, tomorrow. Arizona, Colorado. Arizona can absolutely beat Colorado. They can lose to Colorado, but they can beat Colorado as well.
Yeah. Saltine's still the quarterback.
Yeah. Did you see they're making diss songs about him now?
Dude, I got to say. Did you listen to it?
No, is it good?
Yeah, it's like legitimately good.
All right, I'll check it out then. Yeah, sorry, Saltine.
There's cursing, though. It's not safe for work.
Yes. Okay. Now, Nick Arenas, he's so true. If Arizona beats BYU, they are absolutely losing to Houston. Correct.
Yes. Correct.
There's no chance. They have no chance. I would actually pick Houston to win that game if Arizona wins.
Yes.
Actually, maybe I wouldn't. But
well, you have them going undefeated. So
right. Let's see here. I sent it to y'all and Mike didn't even listen, bro. Sorry.
I listened, Kobe. It was hot. Was
it fire? Was it lit?
As the kids say, lit.
Lit. Okay. Lit. All right. So, there's that. Now, let's get a couple reads in here. I want to talk a little bit of basketball, and then we got Mr. Tyler Warden coming on to finish off the show as always. But let's pay some bills. Talk to me. All right. Bridge Tech Communication. Dennis Walsh. Now, that Wildcat Bets Putz is mad at me that I'm buddies with Dennis Walsh. Deal with it. I don't care. Plus, I also think at the same time, Bridge Tech Communications promotes 100+ health entities. That doesn't mean that I can't make fun of the gyms that Dennis Walsh works out because they don't use Bridge Tech Communications. Can help you market your gym or health wellness spa. 750% average ROI. Now, here's a great deal. BridgeTechCommunications.com. Again, Tony is the man. Sure, we always like 750% average ROI, correct?
I mean, there's something wrong with you if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, so again, get in there and, get in there. Now, maybe if you're just dealing with low-end clients, you don't care. But if you're looking to make money, that's good for you. Check it out.
Honorary captain, Eben Britton. Haven't heard that.
Interesting. Now, Baggins, my friends, Baggins. Use code AZ12. We haven't gotten a real time from Dennis Walsh lately from Baggins, have we?
Yeah, I get a little worried when it doesn't come in here.
Interesting, Dennis. You know what to do. 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated. All food made in-house daily. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Yummy, yummy. And you can buy the dough as well, which I didn't know. Call me Dough Boy. Okay, so join our VIP text. Are you farting?
No, I'm stretching my back.
Oh, it looked like you were lifting your. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like,
that's your face when you fart?
What's that? No, but like if I lift my leg at my dad or something, yeah. So either way, text Baggins to 877-797-0444 for specials and deals. Get in there. Dennis Walsh, I need to go since they gave me a gift card. Check it out. Yes, exactly. Baggins, gourmet sandwiches. Yummy, yummy in the tummy. Yes, yummy, yummy.
Oh, snap.
Everybody get these shirts. I'm not kidding around. Everybody get these shirts. These might be the best shirts that we've ever created. Not just a football school, AC12 podcast. You got Wilbur dunking a football. This is amazing. Big shout out to Tabitha and Cody for making this. AZ12-podcast-shop- or period fourthwall.com. Boom. All right. Thanks. Okay. All right. Now. All right. Hey, Cody, we don't need to have 4 reads in a row. Sorry. Yes, thanks. Okay. So, all right. Now, let's get to a little bit of Arizona basketball.
Before we transition to basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Go ahead.
I'm going to give away the tickets. So, again, DM Cody, 3 tickets to Arizona BYU. The first person to DM Cody, right? Cody's Twitter. What's Cody's Twitter? Everybody know?
Cody J. Martin.
Cody, what's your Twitter?
Cody James Martin.
Cody James Martin. If you DM the correct answer, you will get 3 tickets. All I'll need is your phone number. It happens very quick. Matt Harris won yesterday. Here we go, Mike.
All right, what do we got?
Ready?
We're filling in.
Across all of Arizona football history, there have only been 15 5+ touchdown performances. 4 belong to Noah Fafita. Okay.
Interesting.
3 belong to who?
All
What
right.
quarterback has 3 5-touchdown performances?
Oh, I know that one. That's easy. That's definitely easy. That's definitely easy. Send that to Cody though. Yes, exactly. That's an easy answer. That's an easy one. Okay, now, all right. Let's talk a little bit. Cody, come on.
Text me the answer.
What's that? Oh, B. Oh, duh. Hold on. Hold on. Sending it to you. Okay, there we go. All right. I would assume that's right.
Nope.
Was he on the roster with him?
He only has 1, dude. It's not him. He only has 1. Nope. You're wrong again.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I got it. I got it right. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, cool. All right. Either way. Now let's talk a little bit of Arizona basketball. I don't get something here, Kevin Doyle. I don't get, there's something that I don't get. And we talked about this before. If you look at these preseason rankings, there's some things that I don't really quite understand. And one of them is, why in the world is Texas Tech ahead of Arizona first? I want to talk about that one. Texas Tech has 3 players.
I'm going to tweet this right now. I'm going to tweet this right now.
Okay.
Serious, non-trolling question. Because Texas Tech fans.
Carlos Hathcock says Ronnie Veal. I don't think Ronnie Veal had 5 touchdowns in his career here. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. Like, I respect Christian Anderson, obviously.
Right.
But like, and obviously Toppin is good, but they lost Williams. Their center's some random dude. That one I don't get at all.
Yeah, I don't get that. And again, you lost Darian Williams. Darian Williams was, now granted, you don't want him to shoot free throws at the end of a game. But Darian Williams was a guy that they kind of went to when they needed buckets. I don't really get that one. I don't understand that one. I also don't understand something else as well. Why in the world is Arizona being held to a higher standard with their freshmen than other schools are? That one, everything I read, it all says the same thing. And Dennis Walsh even falls into this category. It says it's just tough to rely on a team with freshmen. Well,
every team has, but then Houston has experience. But their front court, Senac is a freshman.
Right.
Harwell is a freshman.
Right.
Duke has freshmen. You're right. You're 100% right. Why are Arizona's freshmen treated differently than every other school's freshman?
I don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I think the thing that really kind of sticks out to me as well is that it's not like these are Carter Bryant freshmen. That's what I just keep coming back to. And again, that's not a diss towards Carter Bryant, but these are guys that are going to be able to come in, and they're going to be able to come in and they're going to be able to play immediately. They're grown men. They're physical. They're mature. I mean, like I said, one dude's literally like 21 years old already. Koa Pete's not going to be overwhelmed by anybody. I don't know. Ron Veal wasn't very good, Andy.
All right, we have the answer. Right. Shout out real quick to Enrique Romero, our guy, Enrique Romero.
Okay.
Khalil Tate is the answer. He had 5 against Southern Utah in 2018. He had 5 against Colorado in 2018, and he had 5 in that bowl game against Purdue in 2017.
Yeah, I mean that should have actually been my second guess, not my. I would have still gone Nick Foles first, but
Foles only had 1. You know who has the career record with 6 touchdowns? 2 players.
Who?
Jaden DeLora.
Okay.
And Tuncliffe.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. You got it. Okay. Good stuff. But you look at Koa Pete, and I'm going to keep coming back to this. I don't understand. This is a dude that has been playing against the highest level of basketball players his entire life. The guys that he has gone against his entire life, he's not going to be overwhelmed. He's not going to be punked by anybody.
Yeah. It's just, it's very weird to me. you make a rare good point.
Oh, I'll take it.
Arizona's freshmen are absolutely being treated differently than other freshmen because when you go to I'm just going to bring up the ESPN preseason basketball poll, right? Mm-hmm. Because they just came out with a new one like a day ago. Okay. Number 1 in the country, Purdue experience. I actually get that completely. I have no problem with it. I know you do. Cold soup, all that stuff, right?
Right.
I get it. Florida, no freshman. I get it, right? Mm-hmm. Houston, Harwell, and CNAC. So 2 of their starting 5 freshmen, number 3 in the country.
And one of them, too, and again, with CNAC, and I'm going to keep coming back to this as well, with Mike, would you rather have pre-injury Tuitama or Foles? Foles. And I like Tuitama, but no Foles for sure. The thing that I don't understand with CNAC's still going to be a dude that's going to average like 10 and 6. Like, I don't know. Is he an improvement over what they had with Juwan Roberts? No,
absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying, though. And then you look up front. I want to talk about Houston here for a second.
Talk to him, baby.
Yeah. CNAC's going to be 10 and 6. I keep seeing, and Brogan was talking about this, I keep seeing first round picks with Tugler on them or Fugler or whatever.
Tugler can't score.
He can't score.
He's elite defensively, but he cannot score.
It's literally. The days of Dennis Rodman being first-round picks are over, man. Like, I don't.
You see Tugler as a first-round pick?
Yeah, in multiple drafts. Yeah, I saw him as well, and then Brogan called me this morning and brought it up too. Yeah, I don't get that one.
Texas Tech fan told me that JT Toppin is the best player in college basketball.
No, he's not. First of all, the guy that who is the best player in college basketball this year? That's a good question.
Is that out yet? Let me see if the odds are out for preseason.
That is a really, really good question.
I mean, I guess Toppin did average 18 and 10.
Toppin is really good. But yeah, I don't think he's the
best.
Let
me see if the odds are out for college basketball.
Who is the best one?
Awards. Wooden Award. Toppin is second. Number 1 is a heavy favorite. It's actually pretty obvious when you think about it.
Oh, the Purdue point guard?
Yeah.
Smith. Okay, fair enough. Braden Smith. All right, fair enough. Slow white guy from Purdue. Okay, now
really good, though.
What's that? He is really good. Toppin's kind of sucked. Toppin did whiz himself come the NCAA tournament, so we'll see. But like I said, let's just go position by position here for a second here with Texas Tech, who somehow people have ahead of Arizona. So you got Jaden Bradley and you got the Hans Christian Andersen kid. Let's just say a draw.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got at that 2-guard position, you got Braden Burries and you got who's the other who's their 2-guard? Is it
we're going Texas Tech?
Oh yeah. Who is their 2-guard? I don't know.
So Christian Andersen and then Tyree Bryan.
All right, I'll take Braden Burries.
Santa Clara, who averaged 10 points a game.
I'll take Braden Burries. I don't need to hear anymore. Okay. Then you got Lawan Watts, at small forward?
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. I'll give him that. Lawan Watts is probably better than who Arizona's got at small forward. Then you got then who else you got? Toppin's good. But then I'll put it to you like this.
There is Luke Bamgaboye.
Don't know who that is.
Who averaged 3 points a game last year at VCU.
Right. I'll put it to here's the best way that I could put it. If you were to draft the top 8 or 9 players from Arizona and Texas Tech, Arizona would have 6 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So 6-3, I'll take that one. That is like I said, I just don't understand why he's being held to the same stand. Why he's being held to these freshmen are being held to a higher standard.
Yeah, it makes it just and you could go down the line, Mike. Like it's not just like Houston has 2 freshmen, right? Mm-hmm. UConn, I get it. Whatever they're starting 3s, right. St. John's whole team is transfers. The ESPN has them at 5. You take a look at Louisville. They've got transfers and like it's weird to me. It's weird.
You know what I also don't understand too? I also don't understand the theory that when like with Arizona, it'll always be you're incorporating a lot of newcomers, but with St. John's, it's like, oh well, you know what? They're all really good. Like
it's weird.
Now
it's just like look, Arizona's going to be ranked like 13th in the top 20.
Right?
Whatever, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, Kobe L. Thiel says Bradley was better than Anderson last year. Correct, but Anderson's also going to get better. I mean, he was a freshman last year. Anderson's good. Like I said, I have no problem with the draw there. UCLA top 10 is the one that I really don't get, though. I don't get the UCLA love. That's another one that just I know they're not in the Big 12.
ESPN? I had a look. I just closed it. ESPN has UCLA, and I know it's not the end all be all, but they have UCLA at 14th. I respect that compared to, I think Rothstein has them at like number 1.
Well, right. I don't get that one.
Xavier Booker sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
Tyler Bilodeau couldn't guard me.
But he's good. Bilodeau's good.
They can't guard. I don't think that team can guard at all.
Right. And keep it and then you look on the perimeter, Dent's good, but then they have what?
Whatever.
Yeah, and I also don't think, do we know that Mick Cronin is going to, Donovan Dent needs to get out and run. He needs to be a pony. He's a thoroughbred. You let him out of the cage and you let him go. Do we have any faith that Mick Cronin's going to do that?
No, why would we? Joe Lunardi has Arizona, and again, I know it's just utterly ridiculous, but Joe Lunardi has Arizona as a 3 seed and Texas Tech as a 6 seed.
Okay,
he's got UCLA as a 4 seed.
All right, what does he have? I was going to say, what does he have Houston?
Probably a 1. Let me see. A 1. No. Yeah, 1.
All right, so let's talk about Arizona and Houston now that they match up. All right, so let's
BYU as a 2.
Okay, so you got Milos Uzan, you got Jaden Bradley. I like Jaden Bradley a lot. Milos Uzan's better. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Yes. Okay, now who's their shooting guard? Is it Sharp?
Yeah.
All right, Sharp Burries. I get that Sharp is, he's been in college a long time. I think at the very least that's a draw though for Arizona because Sharp can't dribble. So
yeah. I like Sharp, but that's fine.
All right, I like Sharp. And then who are they going to have? They're having Hemingway or whatever his name is at small forward.
Harwell.
Okay. Harwell and whoever Arizona throws out there, that's a draw to me as well.
Yeah. I mean,
he's a 5-star. Dwayne's a 5-star. You got Yvonne, you got Deli. Whoever Arizona throws in there, I'll take that.
That's fine.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. Now we got it power forward. Then we got Tugler and we got Koa Pete. It's an interesting one. I'm still going to take the guy that can score.
Yeah. I mean, Tugler's probably good. Better defensively. Koa is significantly better offensively.
Right. Then you got Sanak and you got Krivas. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be kind of the same, to be honest.
Statistically, they're going to be pretty even, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think Arizona's got a much better bench. I like Arizona's bench more.
I don't even know what Texas Tech's bench is.
Don't they have the little? They had like the Kingston Flemings kid or whatever his name is. He still there?
No, he went to Houston.
What's that?
Let's see. Texas Tech has. I don't know their bench. I don't think they have a bench.
Don't they have the Flemings Kingston kid or whatever?
No, that kid went to Houston, didn't he?
Yeah, we're talking Houston.
Oh yeah. Why am I thinking Texas Tech? Yeah, they have. I'm sorry. Yes.
So they got him. Who else do they have? Do they have anybody else?
Let me look it up real quick.
Right.
I'm sorry. I was on Texas Tech still. It'll never happen again.
Right.
They got Mercy Miller, your boy.
I like Mercy Miller.
Ramon Walker, that kid that tore his ACL.
Yeah. Okay.
So they've got, I mean, it's Houston.
I think Arizona matches up very well with Houston. I'll put it to you like this. I didn't think they matched up well with Houston last year. I think they match up much better with Houston this year.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Also, the thing that's fascinating about Arizona, too, is the position flexibility you have. Brogan actually made another good point, too. Arizona last year did not have a lot of position flexibility because if you wanted to go small, per se, you were going to have KJ Lewis at the power forward position, which as much as KJ Lewis tries, he's 6'3". This year, if you want to go small, you could have a power forward center combination of Dwayne Aristote and Koa Pete, which is a lot more enticing than, say, Henry and KJ Lewis. I mean, I can easily get away with that. Plus, with the way they're strong, the way they're girthy, I like that. I think that's a really good line. I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's going to be a lot of good matchups in this conference.
Right.
I don't feel like there's a clear, and I know people feel that Houston is a clear favorite. I don't feel like there's a clear favorite. Now, obviously, I give the edge to Houston. I like Samson a lot. I do think that they are probably the favorite. Is it clear and defined? I don't think so at all.
I would still take BYU over Houston. I think BYU's got better players. I get it. I know all of that. I still think they got better players. So Arizona, though, I think that this feels. Forget everybody else's rankings. This feels to me like a top. I think Arizona's a top 8 team in the country. I think that there's somewhere around there.
I just think that there's so many teams that people are talking about with
Dennis Walsh. You want to read Dennis Walsh's comments because that's funny. He's wrong, but it's funny.
Horrible.
Dennis Walsh says, who has a center slow enough to match? I just farted. Houston, or who has a center slow enough to match up with Grievous?
Purdue, by the way, was Oscar Clough. He's definitely just as slow.
Yeah, he's slow as well. Piece of crap.
Yeah.
But
like when you look at the teams, like let's just take Florida, right?
Yeah.
You're replacing two of the best guards in the country.
Yeah, I don't get the Florida one at all. Literally,
right?
Walter Clayton.
With Boogie Fland, who was okay at Arkansas, and Xavier Lee, who was good at Princeton, but this ain't Princeton.
Walter Clayton, is it? I was going to say Patrick Clayton.
Yeah, it was Clayton and
Walter Clayton. How many games did Walter Clayton, even in the MNCAA tournament, how many games did he bail them out of in the last?
They're replacing Clayton, Martin, Richard, and Aberdeen.
Like, I don't get that one at all. I don't get that one. And then they're replacing him with like the Polish, that Polish kid that's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, and then Houston, we said it. I get it. UConn, another team, like they lost some players, but I get it. I actually get UConn. I like UConn.
Yeah, I'm fine.
St. John's, I don't get at all. Ian Jackson wasn't good at Carolina. Sainin wasn't that good at ASU. Isaiah Sellers was okay at Stanford. I like Bryce Hopkins, but he's coming off an injury. And then Zuby was pretty good. But like their backcourt, their backups are Dylan Mitchell, who stinks, and then Dylan Darling, who came from Idaho State.
Dylan Mitchell's really good defensively.
And then Louisville is adding a bunch of like, why is it Arizona? Like Louisville and St. John's rosters are completely transfer oriented. That doesn't work in basketball. They have Michigan. I'm on fire right now, Mike. They have Michigan at 8, right? Elliot Cadeau sucks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree.
Right? Roddy Gale didn't do anything. Right. Namari Burnett sucks. They have a great front court with Yaxel Merez Johnson.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, though, they have no backcourt. Cadeau sucks. We got bad intel on Cadeau, by the way. We're never going to trust that guy. Yeah. Okay, Meisner. Literally every game in the tournament, no Clayton, no championship, period. Clayton was literally, if you want to talk about, and I know that if you want to talk about the most important player in college basketball last year, I don't know that there was a more important player than Walter Clayton. I just don't know.
No, I agree, because he won them how many games?
I mean, he won them. I mean, the Texas Tech game he won. He won them the national championship game. When the chips were down, he was amazing. And I don't
those guys. You don't just replace those dudes,
right?
It's
exactly.
Like ASU, like I think ASU football is good this year. Right. You don't just replace guys like Cam Scadaboo and be like, oh, okay, we're good.
Right. You do if you're like Alabama, and it's like, get rid of Jerry Jeudy, but you're not Alabama though.
Right. I think Golden's a great coach. My Jewish brother, Todd Golden.
Yes, exactly. Golden is also a good coach. Don't underestimate.
Tyler Warden, get in here.
Right. Yeah, Tyler Warden, you're going to be in here in a second. All right. Let's get let's see here. Reminded me. Yeah, that's a good one. Dennis Walsh says, reminded me of Kemba in importance. I would agree with that. I think that's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, Sheer, buzz off. You suck. See ya.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Yeah. See ya later. TTFN. All right. Now, all right, where are we at? All right, we're bringing some intellect into the show now. Mr. Tyler Warden. Hold on. All right. Hello, Tyler Warden.
Mike, how we doing today?
Not too bad, man. You coming to us? Hey, Cody, can you get him on the full screen? All right, let's get some reads in here first, I guess. Maybe that's what Cody's doing. Hold on. Let's see here. Cody, are you alive? All right, go ahead. Comfort X HVAC. Tyler Warden, you look like you're coming from a room with air conditioning. This is true.
Yes, very much so today.
All right, you look fresh, pressed, and good to go. Air conditioning, we like it. First-time clients get a free AZ12 shirt. Be like Mr. Tyler Warden and look sharp with your air conditioning. Don't be like Kobe, where you don't have air conditioning and you're getting rear-ended in car washes and stuff because you don't have air conditioning. Small business with big savings, built on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record, residential and commercial HVAC expertise at affordable rates. ComfortXHVAC.com. Boom, check it out. All right, what else we got? Yeah, Mr. Tyler Warden, that camera is sharp too, by the way. You're a good-looking guy, man. We got to be able to accentuate the looks.
I cleaned it up for Dennis today.
Yeah, that's what we want. Who doesn't clean it up for Dennis? Let's be honest here. Now, speaking of Dennis Walsh, the RJ's Frozen Cactus. Have I told you about this parking lot before?
I've heard it, but would love to hear more.
Okay, yes. Who wouldn't? Now, you can park like a 747. You can bring in like one of those Panzer tanks and you can park it there and just point it at the street. It is amazing, Mr. Tyler Warden. Huge parking lot, home of the AZ12 watch parties. When we are when we're recruiting at AZ12 Prep, this is where we're going to bring it. 100 plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. RJ's Frozen Cactus, red hot beer, ice cold sports. Check it out. Again, thank me later. Okay. Now what else? All right, I think that's it. All right, now one more. Longview. Okay, now here's the deal with Longview. Adulting is hard, my friends. Don't be like somebody like Joseph, where you know what, you're pretending you're dealing with all these high-end clients that you're really not dealing with. Be like somebody like Andre right there that does deal with high-end clients. Give Andre a call at 325-3456. But I will not endorse Andre Veras, but he is somebody that can get you going in the right direction. Check it out. Longview. All right. Now, Mr. Tyler Warden. Let's talk a little bit of basketball here, and then we'll get to some football here as you're our resident football guru. Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is what does this Arizona team feel like to you? Forget everything else, just on paper. What does this Arizona team feel like to you?
I think that this team feels like your expected Tommy Lloyd team going forward, where you're going to have a very solid top 10, top 15 contending Final Four potential like team.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting. I completely agree with you guys on the freshman talk. For whatever reason, it only applies to Arizona. What I think is actually interesting about it is Braden Burries and Koa Pete obviously are going to have a very big impact on this team. Dwayne Aristode remains to be seen, right? Because either he's having a big impact on the team or somebody like ADO or Yvonne is kind of stepping up. I'm going to go back to what I've been saying, for the past few months now, and that's that I think this is a Final Four contending team, right? Once you get to that third weekend, who knows what happens? It's a crapshoot, right? But I think that this is a team where you're going to learn a lot about them throughout the month of February, and if they are as good as we think that they are, it's a team that can be cutting down nets.
Do you think that this team is this? I think this is Tommy's deepest team. When I look at it, and I don't really look at anybody here's the thing I keep coming back to. If Evan Nelson is your ninth man, that's not a bad situation. I mean, you watch him. I don't expect Evan Nelson to be like 20 minutes per game, but if he's the guy playing 2 to 3 minutes per half or whatever the case may be, I'll take that. And, everybody was so worried about the small forward position. If I've got Aristode, I got ADO, and I got Yvonne, I got more than enough talent there to make that one work.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you get to March, you're only playing with a 9-man rotation anyways. And if you're playing with 9, that's great, right? Like it was really 7 that we were kind of working with the past couple of years going into March. I think that small forward position is really going to be the catalyst on whether or not this is kind of the best team in the Big 12 or not. I think that at the end of the day, competition makes people better. And we saw ADO put on a lot of muscle because the coaching staff went to him and they said, hey, look, man, we're bringing in some dudes. If you want to get the same type of run that you're expecting, you need to be able to perform defensively.
You're an ADO guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that ADO is probably the best spot-up shooter that we've had since Gabe York. I think that defensively he grew a lot. He was pretty bad in the non-con. But I think that by the time we got to the conference slate, he actually wasn't as much of a liability defensively as we thought. There was a stretch there where he was getting 2-3 steals a game.
He's a pesky defender in a weird way.
And he's long. He's long. That is something that is beneficial. At the very end of the day, if you don't have the feet, at least you're long enough to kind of disrupt things. I think that Aristode is obviously a lot more physically and athletically gifted than he is. Right. But I think that kind of balances itself out well because you get ADO throughout the non-conference slate who's going to know the defense is going to know, have the ability to shoot. And then, you get Aristode that will be able to develop throughout the season. And when we hit the conference slate, we've kind of got an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Dennis Walsh says, I'm team ADO, but I'm not sure the girth will help his lateral quickness. Yeah, but the girth is going to help him, though, not get bullied around. Because here's the thing. If you're skinny and you don't have lateral quickness, at least be strong and not have lateral quickness. So you don't necessarily get pushed around as much. I think we're going to see a new and improved ADO. I'm saying it right now, Mr. Tyler Warden.
Well, look, and this isn't the Big Ten, right? You don't need to be banging down low the entire time. This isn't cold suit basketball. This is the Big 12 still. And so, you're going to be running, I will gladly take any deficiencies on his off-ball defending that, if we're getting 4 threes a game.
Yeah. What do you like? Do you like Tommy's out-of-conference scheduling? Are you worried that it's a little too much with the Big 12? What do you think?
I personally think it's too much.
Yeah.
I think that if we had had a easier non-con schedule last year,
Yeah.
we would have been in a situation where we weren't playing Duke in the Sweet 16,
Right.
right? So like, I get it. It does make you a tougher team. And I think for last year, it was actually kind of a good thing going into the Big 12 because you needed to kind of get battle tested early. I
Right.
think longer term, like all you're really doing is you're kind of beating up your resume and how much like marginal upside are you getting out of it?
Yeah, and the thing about it too is when you're in the pack, because I kind of agree with you. I don't hate it because I'm never gonna diss a coach for wanting to play really good
Yes.
teams. But so I don't hate it, but at the same time, I think there's maybe a little bit more of a middle ground here because here's the thing: when you're going to the Big 12, you're going to be playing a lot of really good teams. So you don't. It's not like you're in the Pac-12 where you got one team or something and everybody else doesn't care about basketball and cares about sports. You're going to be playing a bunch against some really good teams. So I don't know that you need to be playing 5 of the top 5 teams in the country, maybe just a couple of them, but we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, I think by the time we get to the end of the season, we'll have 15 to 20 ranked opponents.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
Now, again, like there is a balance because like, yes, you want to be battle tested. Yes, you want to be, peaking in March. And like, that's, arguably the best way to do it. I just think that you have to balance that with resume in a day and age where the difference between having a 2 seed and having a 4 seed is considerable.
Right, for sure. Oh, no doubt. Because here's the thing. We talked about it yesterday. If you have a 2 or a 3 seed, you can avoid that 1 seed because a lot of times, it's not always the case, but a lot of times that 1 seed could just be a team that's just way better than everybody else, or a team like Duke that it's just better. If you could get because if Arizona were to play a 2 or a 3 seed in the Sweet 16 with the way it was playing in that game, I think it would have won. But Duke was just a different animal. So
well, and we're geographically advantaged too because like UCLA is not like a top program anymore. Like Gonzaga's fallen off quite a bit. Like you don't have any West Coast teams, and like the committee is going to be looking. All right, who do we get to put at the 2 in the West, or who's the 1 in the West? Right, like having that best in the West moniker is something that is extremely beneficial when you get to play in San Diego and then LA.
Right, for sure. All right, now let's get over to a little bit of football here because we want to get a preview here with Mr. Tyler Warden on the BYU game. Let me ask you this. Is this the biggest game of the Brent Brennan tenure?
Yeah. And honestly, I think it's a pretty big game for BYU. I think that like this is a, legit show me game for BYU. But given, I think the big thing is the attendance. Like the attendance is just so bad right now. And obviously all of us that are on this, every single day and chatting, like we care a lot and we're going to go to the games. We're going to watch all the games. But like you're playing a top 25 team. You're a 1-loss team playing an undefeated team. I get that there's going to be some rain in the forecast. Maybe I'm not believing this whole 8-inch talk. Yeah. But it's like, this is the game you got to show out for. Like I remember when I think it was 2014 or 2015, I was in college. We were like 6-1, 5-1, something like that, playing an undefeated USC team. Ranked game at night. We get like a touchdown and an onside kick with like a minute left to set up a game-winning field goal opportunity. That was the loudest I had ever heard Arizona Stadium in my life. Right, it was completely sold out. I that was my first time I ever kind of went viral because I got spotted on ESPN holding a sign that said "Why not us?"
Oh, and I love it. Why not us?
And then we missed the field goal, and everyone was like, "Well, that's why not, you jackass." But all that to say, we need that back. And I get why people are off the Brennan bandwagon. I get like the frustrations from last year, but like having, 45 to 50,000 plus at the game for a top 25, opponent is kind of like the bare minimum.
Right. I would agree. And if bare minimum, the Bear Backmeyer minimum.
The Bear Backmeyer minimum.
Yes.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
That was amazing right there. But I will say this. I do think that if Arizona wins this game, I think listen, at that point, if you're not really supporting the team, if you're not really there, then you just don't really care because at that point you'd be 5-1. You'd have a win over a ranked team. It'd be a really good win. If you lose that game by 500 points, I don't think anybody outside of like the diehards is going to care the rest of the season.
Yeah. I can't remember who said in the Super Snap earlier, but they're saying, how would you rank Brent Brennan? And like, if you're looking at it over the course of a year and a half, like you're probably right. It's a 3. If you're looking at it this year, like it's probably a 6 or a 7 relative to where expectations have been going into the season. So yeah, I mean, like if you're able to win this game, if you're 5-1, you're probably knocking on the door of a top 25 ranking at that point. You've got a easier slate. Now it's funny because like Baylor, I'm not as high on them as I was, last week, and I'm higher on Cincinnati. But at the same time, like, it's not like we've got Texas Tech or we've got, Michigan on the schedule. Like, this is a very, viable schedule to where it's like, yeah, if you're telling me we're going 9-3 and we're playing in a legitimate bowl game, absolutely. Sign me up for that.
Yeah, because again, you're going to drop a couple more games, but here's the thing: if you beat BYU, you're 5-1, and then you kind of have a little bit of I don't want to say a margin for error. That's not the right way to put it. But you go into that Houston game though, and you're playing with a little bit of house money because that's a winnable game. If you're 5-1, you turn that one to 6-1, and then you can really start talking about some things, and then I think you really kind of change the trajectory of the season. But this BYU game is just massive though for Arizona.
Yeah, like if you go 5-1 and you slip up at Houston and lose by like a touchdown or something like that, and then you kind of go 50% from there on, and you're 8-4. I think that like there's going to be the frustration post losing to Houston because like especially our avid fan base, like we're going to get pissed off anytime we lose, but like we're going to look back in the season, we're going to go 8-4. Okay, that was good. All right. And like Brennan, it's no longer a question of whether or not he's going to be the coach. It's like, okay, well, what are we getting from a recruiting perspective? What can we get from the portal? How can we get better? I do think there's an element of like playing with house money, but like the biggest thing is you got to get the community. I mean, Chuck Cecil pinned an open letter begging people to come this weekend,
right?
Because like it's just the community support is not there yet, and like I get that there's a lot of whipsawing from like when Jed left and us re-recruiting all the players, all the money that went into it, and then like I get that, but like I was trying to figure out ways to get down there on Saturday. From Phoenix, just because it's like we got to get out there and support them.
You got to get out there. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Well, and like for us, like as fans, it's like, hey, look, like not only get tickets, but like talk about it with your friends. Hey, even if you don't live in Tucson, it's like, hey, are you guys excited for this game? You watching this game, or how can I get, let's go to a bar, and go tailgate, not pregame, tailgate, right? Like it's tough because like Brennan has exceeded the expectations of this year. And in a lot of regards, like, I fear that if he loses, we're just going to kind of like wash our hands with the season, wash our hands with Brennan.
Yeah.
Falls for his head again.
Yeah. All right. Now I will say this, the BYU, I get the tickets. I get the complaints. I understand all of that. And
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's just the way they are now. Like, and I don't know how else to say, you look around the conference, that's just the way they are.
So this is where I haven't looked into it enough, so I don't know how exactly it works. I'm assuming like the prices are because of the resale market, right? Like it's not coming from Arizona Athletics. So like that's something that if I'm Desiree, I got to take a look at that, and I got to figure out like how can we limit the resale market and like have more coming directly from Arizona Athletics. And like I don't know if that's a point system where it's like, hey, if you bought tickets from us before, you get a discounted rate or whatever the case is, but it's like. It is fun. Like last year I had season tickets and, went down and everything, but like looking at prices for this game, it was going to be almost as much as, half of the season tickets from last year.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. And especially in Tucson, which is not like the greatest socioeconomic, in economy or whatever you'd want to call it. It is tough to spend $200 and $250 on a game.
Yeah. Now Dennis Walsh says, I mean, a family of four to sit in the upper deck is $425. Against BYU, that's not going to happen, and again, I can't really blame anybody because like you said, it's not like Tucson, Tucson's a working class city, it's not, it's not like we're not here in Scottsdale. It's just, it's difficult. I can't really sit here and tell people how to spend their money. If you're not showing up for something that's $10, then I'm going to tell you how to spend your money. But if you're not showing up for something that's $100 per ticket, then I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Well, and like it's across the board. It's an issue. Like the Kansas basketball game, I saw like an Instagram post that like it's $1,500 for a single seat, and it's like it's kind of crazy. So I think there is like a broader problem that like Desiree has to figure out a way to address, and quite frankly, it's happening across every kind of entertainment event there is. But I get it. But at the very least, be vocal with your support, make sure you're watching the game, talk about it on social media, get your family and friends talking
back
about
the
it.
A.
Just back the exactly.
Yeah. Okay, let's get a couple reads in here. Then we're going to get a Tyler Warden prediction. By the way, Tyler is joining us on the post-game show. It's going to be the most informative post-game show we've ever had. I'm very excited about it. Okay.
We'll see how the game goes.
Right, that's true. Now, the championship package here. Listen, everybody knows about the championship package. But at this point, though, it's 1997. Either way, if Arizona wins a championship, Mr. Tyler Warden, this thing's going up in price. $39, not getting cheaper. You got to do it. Dental implants at affordable rates, daily urgent care, Monday through Friday. They only offer necessary treatment. So they're not going to have, like, Tyler Warden's got great hair. They're not going to take Tyler Warden's hair off and then say, oh, by the way, we got to remove this hair from your throat or something. They're not going to do any of that stuff. Maris Dental, check it out, TucsonTeeth.com. You will thank me later. Okay. Yeah. All right. They won't remove your hair.
We're done with reads. We're done with reads, so we're going to push our shirts again.
All right, get these football school shirts. Check them out right now. You will check the football school shirts. You will thank me later. All right, now we got one more, the Little Caesars one at the end there, Cody. LCFREECC for a free crazy combo or 15 off 20, 50% off any $20 or more purchase. I used it yesterday. We got a new deal going on. All right, Mr. Tyler Warden, break this one down for me. What's the score? What are we going to be talking about on the post-game show, future coach of AZ12 Prep?
So I know we've been talking about the weather a lot. I think the weather is going to have a very big impact on this game because if it is, just a downpour and it turns into a running affair, I actually think that's probably a benefit to BYU. Obviously we're talking about big Samoans in the trenches over there. Like they've got good offensive and defensive lines. And then if you just have a true freshman that is playing in a road environment in the rain and everything, you're going to limit his opportunities to make mistakes. Right. What I think is a winning formula for Arizona is a game where Noah just outclasses Bear Bachmeier.
Yeah.
And where Danny G just confuses the hell out of him and puts him into, the spin cycle. I think that Bear Bachmeier, he's not Avery Johnson, but I think his skill set lends itself more to Avery Johnson than Rocco Becht. So I'm at least encouraged that defensively that's our best game of the year. I'm hoping that the rain kind of subsides. Noah can throw the ball. I think I didn't watch the full game, admittedly. I watched enough highlights of the game from last week. I think Noah was great last week, but not only great in terms of stats and everything, but also the things that we had talked about or that Seth Day was talking about in the press game conference post Iowa State, which is trusting your footwork, trusting your reads. The first touchdown of the game to Trey Spivey was the perfect encapsulation. It's 4th and 3. He has a one-step drop. He doesn't double hitch. He throws a perfect ball into a spot where he can drop, drop back and get into the end zone. So I think he's playing at a high level right now. I'm going to back the 8 to the tune of 24-21. I think it's going to be a good game.
I like it. You know what? A win is a win is a win. But if it's 24-21 either way, that means that Arizona was competitive and made a good showing of itself. And again, at the end of the day, I know nobody wants to hear this, but it's also about improvement. Last year's team would not have lost to BYU 24-21. They just 100%. Yeah, they just won. So we like that.
It's not just improvement year over year, but also I want to see how much have you improved since Iowa State, because Oklahoma State's not a good barometer of how good are you, improving. But how do we look relative to how we looked 2 weeks ago? I think that's going to say a lot about Seth Day. I think it's going to say a lot about Danny Gonzalez and Coach Brennan.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Tyler Warden, the great Mr. Tyler Warden, future head coach of our institution. We very much appreciate you, and we'll see you on the post-game show, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it. I just want to give a quick shout-out. Chaparral, we play tonight at Notre Dame on a Thursday night game. Notre Dame coming off of a upset of the number 2 team in 5A in a triple overtime game. Big game tonight. Region play starts. Playoff push starts now. So go Chaparral.
All right. We'll be talking about that. For the great Tyler Warden, I'm merely Mike Luke. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 10. Everybody in the comments, you guys are fantastic. 2 straight shows, an hour and a half, just like we talked about. We'll be back with you to listen to the AZ12 podcast. Cody.
WILD. Cats.
Cody's not here. I'm going to just end it myself. Watch this.